Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready. Striker, 3-3.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Patriots, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Whoa. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 34. 36 yards on the play. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Now Hill looking to throw on first. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. The Dolphins at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hill. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
3rd and 2. Hill. This one complete to Patton. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, and they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hill. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Blue striker.
Hill now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. This is Pohl. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run it with Pohl. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And some room to work. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers.
Oh, no.
I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into the... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Touchdown offense by getting it on defense. If they keep that effort up, they'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Hill. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion, Patterson. On 1st down, Schmidt. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Patriots take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hill. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line ready to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. And I think the ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. In motion left goes a tight end. Looking to throw. Schmidt. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now pull. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They run it with Pull. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Hammond, and he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing on 1st down. Schmidt going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
To throw again. Schmidt. And this is going to be intercepted. And he's free down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On second down, Polk. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Schmidt.
Oh, my God.
Incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing to start the drive. Schmidt. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Oh, my God.
Complete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Whoa.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. This is caught inside the 15. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Looking to throw on second down. Schmidt.
Man, that shit lagged me out, man.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
To throw on third down. Schmidt. He's going to try and go deep again.
What the fuck, man?
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Patton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 57 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. On first down, it's Hill. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Noah Fant, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. To throw on second down. Schmidt.
Oh, Lord.
Intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ready?
Off of play action. Hill.
Ooh.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10. Schmidt.
Man, what the fuck?
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon.
Wide the fuck open, boy.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Patton, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Patton. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Hill. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Dolphins have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Schmidt. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will not have time to get another play in. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Blitz coming and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. On second down now. It's Patton. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Black ultra. Red, yellow.
Third and long. It's Hill. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man. Complete.
I overran the fucking ball, boy.
Shy of the 35. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 36 yards. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5-1. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Schmidt. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. In motion, the tight end. On 1st down, Schmidt. Complete. It's Johnson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Polk. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll try again, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Man.
Intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.